Hello everyone! So today I wanted to talk to you about the books that I read in the second part of February. I wanted to film this video last week, but I was really sick and I'm still a bit sick, so I apologize for my voice. So I read 3 books in the second part of February, which isn't necessarily like a lot, but that's really fine for me. And all of them were audiobooks. So, per usual, I'm gonna go from the one that I like the least to the one I like the most. So the one I liked the least was I'll Be Gone in the Dark by McNamara. And I did really enjoy this book. I mean, I don't really want to say enjoy because it is a true crime novel about a serial killer, but I did think it was really interesting. But the thing is, the author, so Michelle McNamara, died before she could finish this book. So like 1/3 of the book is actually written by her and the rest is just put together with her notes. So the first third is like really compelling and very well written, and then the second third is like still pretty much okay because it is also based on articles that she published in some magazines, but then the last third is really only on her based on her notes, and I thought that part wasn't great. Like, I was still interested like in the story. I wanted to know what happened, if whether they caught the killer. Also, like Michelle died before the killer was caught, so the whole part at the end was made by her colleagues who helped with her research and the people who did the investigation. I will say that there is a lot of violence and talks of rape and murders in it. Obviously it is true crime, but yeah, I was really interested in it. I think I really like true crime, but yeah, I just wish she could have finished it herself, but I'm glad that I read it. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Falconer by Czapnik. So this book went out in February, I think, if my memory serves me right. It is a coming-of-age story of a girl in New York City that plays in this basketball team, and so she's in love with her best friend, and but he doesn't really look at her that way because she's basically like one of the guys, and also she has problems like in her life. Well, not many, but like it's a coming of age story. Yeah, you see her struggling with growing up, trying to be herself, but at the same time trying to be a girl, but she doesn't really know how to be a girl because she's used to be like basically like one of the guys. And I didn't really like the story. I like her friends. So she has a few friends like at school, but she also has older friends who make art, and I also really like any book that is set in New York City, and I thought the writing was really good. I just really flew through it, but plus it's not really long. My only issue with it was that I don't really like the trope, the not like other girls trope, you know, like it's just, I get being like a tomboy, being a lot like the guys and everything. Like, I was kind of like that, but that doesn't mean that you can't also be a girl. And I don't know, she was just sometimes kind of judging some girls who were like actually making an effort like with their appearance or whatever, and that just bothered me. But overall I was really invested in it, and I think it's a really good coming of age story looking at sexuality and just life in general, like friendship it had a lot of things that I like in YA. Yeah, I forgot to say it is a YA book, and yeah, I really did like it. The next and last book I'm going to talk about is The Poetics by Elizabeth Acevedo. And I really, really enjoyed this book, so I listened to it as an audiobook always. And she narrates the audiobook for one, and also this book is told in verse, so it really helped to listen to it, because you really could feel like the rhythm of the book, well, of the verses, whatever. And so it's the story of this girl who has problems with her family and starts writing poems to express herself. And then she has this English teacher that talks to her about slam poetry, and so she starts writing poems and doing slam poetry at some point. And I just really liked the story as well. She also had a best friend that I think was really great. That's what I look for in a YA book always, because friendship is important always, but especially when you're a kid, I think. I also cried at some point in the book when something happened with her mother. Obviously I won't spoil it, but that book was just very emotional, I think. Like, it's not perfect, and I did read a few reviews on Goodreads that said that the ending was rushed, and I agree, but overall I did just really like this book. I really loved her character, and also like she struggled with, again, being a girl, because she doesn't know if she has to be tough or be like the image of the girls that people and sensitive and that kind of thing, while at the same time she can't really be, because people just walk on her otherwise. And also she has a twin brother that I really liked, who is gay, and so talks about the struggle between being religious and just trying to live, and that was an interesting part for me. But as well, like, this book was really human, because she's just trying to grow up, you know. She's trying to be a normal teenager, but at the same time she wants to be a good Catholic girl, especially for her mother, who is very Catholic, and that's just something that is very common, you know, trying to live up to your parents' expectations. And yeah, it explored a lot of topics that I really liked, and I thought it was very emotional. But anyway, that's it for me. Please tell me any of the books that you read in February, as I would love to know, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.